It's easy to lose sight of where we've come from. We get caught up in our bubble, education, career, wealth, health, social life, and forget how all of these things depend on stable and functioning ecosystems, relationships with all living things, and natural cycles that we are a part of. As fortunate as we are to have almost anything at our fingertips, we forget or are unaware of the exploitation, dumping, injustice, and pollution that may be happening surrounding this convenience. This is the quiet monster of climate change, which promises to make inequities even wider. And although the state of the climate is not at the fault of the youth, it's our responsibility and our necessity to learn, adapt, and thrive in the face of it.
Transferring Brianna.
Good evening, council members.
My name is Isabel Anastasia.
Mateo Marquez.
And I'm 17 years old. I'm here to voice my support for the Bike Action Plan. Cities like Copenhagen and Amsterdam have proved that a safe, prevalent biking culture is possible. Why can't we?
As a city moving away from fossil fuels and towards 100% renewable energy and carbon neutrality,
in order to move forward on our climate action and adaptation plan,
please stand in solidarity with the need of the local community and that abroad.
And approving the amendment would do exactly that.
Thank you very much.
Our choices, our decisions, our lifestyles directly influence the health of our planet and what our planets and our future will look like. Our generation must be an obstacle against which the forces continuing to cause climate change have to adapt.
Climate change has got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Climate change has got to go!
The scientists have been repeating the same message over and over and over again. And yet, they are still not being listened to.
Climate change is the single greatest challenge of our time. You don't need to be a politician to make it your mission to conserve, to protect, to preserve. We are demonstrating, creating, advocating. We heed this inconvenient truth because we need to be anything but lenient with the future of our youth. There is no rehearsal. The time is now, because the reversal of harm and protecting of a future so universal should be anything but controversial. Above all, it is a hope that implores us at our uncompromising core to keep rising up for an earth more than worth fighting for.
The Climate Corps educates us on the environment's links with our society and government.
Our city's Climate Action and Adaptation Plan is a framework that guides our efforts, and we are lucky for the activism that has led to it.
The Climate Corps trains us to be the best advocates, activists, communicators, and participating members of the community that we can be. We learn the paths of the climate's connections to everything. Experiencing these connections right here in our own city with our fellow community members, we pop our bubble, see how Earth takes care of us, and we in turn care for her. Through our training and projects, we fight the climate crisis by educating ourselves and our community through climate conversations where we learn from their experiences and stories in return. We have the power to make the choices locally that will create the change that we want to see.
Because every one of them said when we first started this program, it is urgent for them to do something to help take care of Earth Mother and all of us. And that passion has been piercing.
I've started composting in my house with my family.
I'm vegan, so that's probably the biggest thing that I do. My family drives an electric vehicle, which saves not only money, but it reduces our carbon footprint a lot.
I actually bike everywhere and don't have a car, so that's my carbon footprint right there.
We must start with ourselves and in our local communities.
How are you? You good? I don't know if the lot you guys have right here, if that's your lot, the little empty one, if that belongs to you guys, and if you guys would be willing to work with us somehow to get a garden growing there.
That's ours, but I definitely can able to work something on that for you.
Yep. Thank you. Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
she brought it up, and I was like, well, you know what? I come here all the time, and the guys here are really awesome people.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
He rides his bike everywhere too, so.
We're creating ripples of change that can turn into waves, uniting with other growing waves of change and growth in surrounding communities. Each Climate Corps member has a unique voice, talent, and passion for protecting the planet. We learn from each other and our community as we collectively strive to play a part in keeping the climate healthy and sustainable.
Every little choice you make brings a little bit more change, and we don't have.
Since 2016, now and into the future, we are the Climate Corps.
Part of the pollution, be the solution that you want to see. I know there's a future where we all did our part to save the world. We have today to make a difference if we change our